what's going on everyone? In this video I would like to share my recap for the past week, like I did in my last video. So this week was a short week. We only had Monday to Thursday trading days. Friday was like Good Friday, obviously off. I traded not really great this week. I still turned out to be green, $1,200 green for the 4 days, which is pretty good. But I did not trade well, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday I had a reason to not to trade well, but if I keep giving reasons, that's not taking me anywhere. I have to improve my trading, and that's what I will be focusing on this weekend. And these videos kind of help me to reflect upon myself as well, what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right. So these videos are all about sharing my journey. As I said in my last video, I have been consistent for February, March, April this year only. I still have a long way to go. So this channel is more about sharing my journey than teaching you guys how to trade. So let's get on to my weekly recap. We'll do the same thing, share one of my green and one of my red trades, maybe 2 green and 1 red or whatever it is. So on Monday, ZM had this pre-market low of around 111.5. I shorted it just at the break of this pre-market low. If you see, this is the pre-market low, this trend line. And then I shorted it just below the pre-market low, and then I entered 5 contracts at a premium price of 6.58, and then I exited all my 5 contracts at the premium price of 7.3 when I saw that there was a huge bid at 110. And then once I saw that the bid was exhausted, I entered again with 2 contracts because I was already above my daily goal. So I entered 2 more contracts, and then I exited, and I made around $50 on those 2 contracts as well. So let's see my entry and exits. On my first trade on ZM, on this trade, I entered at a premium price of 5 contracts, 6.58. I exited all my contracts within 1 minute and 6 seconds with a profit of $355. And then on my next trade on ZM, I entered 2 contracts. I made $54. I entered 2 contracts, 7.42, same 32.57. Maybe this candlestick. Yep, I ended at this candle. I exited here, so I made around $50 on this contract for $50 on this trade with just 2 contracts, which is good. And Monday was like I made around $400 on the first 2 trades, and then at the end I came out with $341. So I should have stopped within the first 3 minutes, but NVDA was a good setup, so I don't blame myself for that. So let's get on to my NVDA trade. So this is my NVDA trade. If you look at NVDA, it was strong for most of the day, and then I entered here at the break, and then it did not made a new high, so I exited here. And then I entered again at the break. The level 2 was looking good. The asks were exhausted. The bid took over the 262.5 level, but it failed to break, and then I got out again. So I lost like $200 on these 2 trades, but I don't blame myself for this. This was not chasing. I did not enter maybe here or somewhere like here. I waited for my setup. I entered, I exited. This is part and parcel of the trade. The only thing is that it was too extended. The 80 out of NVDA is not that much. The average true range says that how much a stock moves in a day on an average, and 80 out of NVDA is obviously low because it's a high cap stock. And I it was too extended. I entered still, but I got out. This was not a bad setup, but it was extended. Let's get on to my trades for Tuesday. So Tuesday was a difficult day for me. I would like to share my trades because on my opening trade I was down $200. So it's not like always bells and whistles for traders like me, but I was happy with my setup, so I got in the right mindset. I made everything back, and then I made $60, which is like thank God, because I was down $200 on my opening trade. On Tuesday, I saw that ZM was gapping down again, same as Monday, and then I had this 115 level. This was from the level 2 because there was a huge bid saying at 115. The bid got exhausted, but it was a fake out. So I entered and then exited as soon as I saw that the bids were below 115, ask was below 115, and then the ask came back above 115, I exited. So the best thing I did for this trade is that if you hold on to an options trade, for example, it went from 115 to 116 and you are still holding, hoping that it will go down, you're already down maybe 20-30% of your trade. So if you see that the trade is not working in your favor, just get the F out. So that's what I did. If you see on ZM, I entered, and after 40 seconds I exited because I saw that the ask went above 115, and I lost around $207 on this opening trade itself within the first 5 minutes. And let's get on to my winning trades on Tuesday. So my winning trade on was also on ZM because I entered at 10:12 a.m. on this candlestick because I waited for, as soon as it broke this level, see, it broke this level, but I saw that there was a huge bid at 112. So I waited for the bids to get exhausted, 112, and then I entered here, and then I exited at 13:24. So I made around $127 on this trade. This was a small winner because I decreased my size. So as you see, I decreased my size to only 3 contracts. This is because I lost on my opening trade on ZM, which was 5 contracts. So instead of revenge trading and everything like that, I decreased my size because I entered 5 contracts on Tesla. I made again $72. Then I waited for 20 minutes and then I decreased my size because I was like, if I get one more losing trade, I will be in the hole for like $500, and then I have to end the trade day red. So the best thing you can do for your account is that if you are losing money, if you lost money, just decrease your size, because your mind wants to think that you have to increase your size to take that money to make that money back again and then some. But if you end up losing on the second trade as well, you are down and you will have to quit trading for that day at least. And thank God it was a break-even day after that losing trade at the open. So I came out to be $63 in the green on Tuesday. But this is over trading. But I decreased my size. So the best thing I did was decrease my size. That's the best thing I could do for my account, and I'm happy with that. Wednesday was also a very difficult day for me, especially because I was not able to get enough sleep. I was tired, fatigued, and my opening 2 trades were negative. I was down $300 on my first 2 trades for the day. So my opening trade was on Tesla. I entered short just below the $550 mark, and then because I was so fatigued, it affects the decision making, and I got out here. So this could have been a positive trade, but because I entered 5 contracts and I knew that I'm in a bad mindset, and I was down maybe like how much, $150 about, so I got out. But this would have been a winning trade. I could have exited around 546. Level 2 was looking good, but because I saw that the bids got exhausted on level 2 at 550 and then the ask came back above 550, I got out. So I lost $132 on this trade. And then my next trade on Tesla, I waited for like 10-15 minutes. It made this low of the day. I entered here again and then I got out again. So similarly, see, similar trades, I got out at the pullback. And if you see, I do not trade like this normally, but because on Wednesday I was tired, not in the right mindset, my both trades were negative, because I consider myself good at level 2, and if I'm not feeling my 100%, I can't read the level 2 nicely, because if you want to look at the numbers constantly, you need to be in the right mindset and your brain needs to be active. If my brain is not active, I trade like shit. Then my next trade was that if it breaks this 540 level, I'm going to enter again, because this is it's a pullback. So if you see my contract size, my opening trade was on 5 contracts. I decreased the size because I knew that I already lost money. I lost under $150, and then because I saw a very good setup below the 542 marks, because now this is a pullback. So I was like, okay, this is a huge move down, so it needs to take a break. It took a break, and then as soon as it broke the 542 level, I entered with 4 contracts. So 5 here, 3 here, and then 4 again on my winning trade, and I made everything back, and then I ended the day with $125 in the green. So Wednesday was a difficult day for me. Obviously I started the day red, deep in the red, but because I was not feeling well, I was not feeling great, I decreased my contract size. And then on Thursday was 0 day to expiry, because Friday was obviously an off, and I was feeling great on Thursday because I was not able to get enough sleep on Wednesday. On Thursday I finished my day early. I went to bed at 7 p.m. I woke up at 10, so I had 3 hours of sleep before trading. I was feeling great. I had my green tea and everything. And then on Thursday I decided to take 5 contracts, which is a lot if you are trading 0 day to expiry, and I traded. I'm proud of my trading on Thursday. So let's get on to my Thursday trades. So on Thursday I was feeling great, and then I entered Tesla at the break of the high of the day, and then I got out, I think, on the same candle, because I was already up like $750 on this trade itself. Because it's 0 day to expiry, your risk is more but the reward is also more. But if I'm feeling great, that's the day to pick up the size. If you're not feeling great, reduce the size, because it's all about the mindset. Trading is all about your discipline and your mindset. If you are not disciplined enough to reduce the size when you're not feeling great and increase the size when you are feeling great, then you are going to be a bad trader like me for the past 1 year. I entered Tesla 5 contracts at the premium price of $6 even, and then I exited all my 5 contracts at 7.5, so I made $767 in 36 seconds. So I made $767 on this trade itself. And then the best thing I did again was, because when I saw this Tesla thing, when it broke 575, I entered again here. But because I knew that it's kind of extended, I reduced my size. If I know that I'm entering a 0 day to expiry trade and it's extended, decrease the size, because it still has a chance to go higher. Because the level 2 was looking good but it was extended, so I decreased my size. I lost $180 on this trade, but this could have been a loss of $400 if I would have traded 5 contracts. But I traded 2 contracts because I knew that it's extended. I lost $200 on this trade. So in total I made $528 on Thursday. So this was my biggest day of the week. And then Friday was an off, obviously. So we are done here. These were my trades for the past week. We only traded from Monday to Thursday, and I was up around $1,200 on 4 days. But because I was not feeling well on Wednesday, and especially the Tuesday, the market was bad, I traded really good. I ended out green, but I know how I have to improve as well, because this wasn't the best week. The past week was very good. The last week was very good, but the past week was not really good in my opinion. But I turned out to be green, which is nice, but the trading was not up to that mark. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you also have any trading video suggestions, put a comment down below and I will try to make a video on that. Also, I have a few level 2 recordings. I would like to make a YouTube video on that as well, but I'm trying to gather more recordings so that I can make maybe a 10-15 minutes video showing false breakout and successful breakups on level 2. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, I post my trades daily on Instagram and Twitter. My handle will be down at the bottom, and I also post small videos on level 2. This past week I posted a false breakdown on ZM and a successful breakup on ZM, a short 1-minute video showing level 2, so which will give you a good idea. And I will be making few videos like that every week moving forward. So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter to see more of my videos and recaps. See ya, have a good long weekend, happy Easter.